YouTube, what's up, man? Welcome back to the channel. I haven't dropped anything in several months as far as the sobriety journey. I know my last video I did drop was a grocery haul, which I did for my clients. And I'll get to that in a second, but as far as like the sobriety journey, I think the video I did drop was like 30 days, first 30 days or 60 days, something like that. You know, and I can't compare that till now because I mean, right now we're at 11 months. Just literally 30 days short of a year. And looking back at that year when I started day one through day 5, tough. You know, a lot of the days, especially in sobriety. But I mean, like the first 5 days was tough because I didn't get any sleep, bro. I was so paranoid. I was psyching my mind out so bad that like I couldn't rest. I couldn't crash out. I was just like, nah, I can't sleep. Like I'm so uncomfortable, like you know, it was just a whole mix of things that was going on in my head that, you know, I was just causing like so much fear and so much anxiousness and all kind of stuff, you know. And man, looking back, like I said, it was hard detoxing, bro, withdrawing, you know. But those are the consequences, you know. At the end of the day, those were the consequences, and man, like I said, they were tough. You know, my circumstances, once again, drove me back to, you know, to get clean, get sober, because I almost had to go back to rehab number 4. I mean, um, but what happened was I was on a waiting list to go back to rehab, and I mean, I didn't want to, but what else was I gonna do, you know? And I think like day number 6, you know, day number 5, number 6, when I finally like just took like something to help me go to sleep. Obviously my melatonin, not anything else like that, but I finally crashed out and I woke up and I was like, all right, cool, you know. Played it cool that day, did it again, crashed out. And like day number 7, day number 8, that's when I was like, okay. I went to the gym and I remember working out and I'm like, man, you know, I know what I gotta do. Like, I don't need to go to this rehab, bro. Like, I don't need to. So I called up my boy and said, hey, bro, check this out, you know. He's letting me crash on the couch. Because I told him, hey, this is my plan. I'm gonna go back to rehab. I just need somewhere to detox. I can't go. They won't accept me right now until I got a week clean or whatever. And yeah, he's like, all right, you know, he just let me do my thing, bro. He didn't ask me many questions. He just said, all right, bro. But if you drink again, you know, you're gonna have to bounce. I got you. So, I mean, drinking wasn't even, I was withdrawing so bad, bro. I wasn't even, drinking wasn't nowhere even near. So, no problem right there. So, I'm at the gym, we're banging out, boom, 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 you know, hitting the workout. And I came with this idea like, well, I know what to do. I know what to do to, you know, to be in recovery and to be successful. So I called up my boy and I said, hey man, check this out. You know, I'm here at your house already. You know, why don't you rent me out a room? Rent me out a room, bro, and I'll get a job. And I'm gonna get back on my recovery process journey, you know. He just was like real simple, like, all right, bro, you know, you gonna do this for real? Yep. All right. Well, I don't have no problem with it, you know. I know you're a good dude. You know I'm cool with you. I just don't want you drinking. And if I find out you're drinking, or if you do start drinking and I find out, then I'm just gonna ask you to leave. I said, cool, no problem. And that's where it began. I was at the gym, I made a decision. And then the rehabs, I think they called me like 2 days later. The place that was, you know, gonna take me in. They're like, hey, we got a bed for you, Mr. Silva. You know, we got a bed ready. Like, are you ready to go? Are you still sober? And I said, yeah, I'm still sober. I said, however, I was like, you know what? Hey, I'm not gonna go to treatment anymore. I found a sober living. You know, it's a house where, you know, they rent out rooms to people in recovery. It's a sober living. It's communal living. You know, obviously it's like you have a bunch of roommates, but it's a sober house, sober living. Okay, so I was told the lady over the phone, like, this is my plan. This is what I got going. You know, I got a sponsor already, and boom, I'm gonna do it. All right, man. Well, it sounds good. You know, I hope you stick to it. And if anything changes, if anything happens, and you need to go to treatment, call us back. Boom. Hung up. And then from there, a big part of me doing what I'm doing was a fear, a huge fear that I had I was gonna lose my family again, and my girl and the baby. And it still ended up happening. But that was one of my main fears, is like, man, I'm gonna lose my family for good this time, you know? And because she wasn't playing this time, you know? And you know, it happened anyway. But in the process, you know, it was a healthy fear that, like, hey, I need to get my shit together, because I mean, I don't want to lose my family, you know, I love them and stuff. And it's still I call it a healthy fear, because it's like, okay, boom, I need to make this change. And at the end of the day, I'm making this change for myself. At the end of the day, when you guys are making a change, man or woman, or whoever it be, it's going to be for you. But I can tell you the benefit is that those around you they could benefit from that, whether it's in a positive or a negative way. It's going to have an effect on them, is what I'm saying, whether it be positive or it be negative. So, you know, that's the upside when someone makes a change, is that it does affect those people around you. It's just you decide how it's going to affect people around you. Is it going to be good or bad? And so at the end of the day, when I made this decision, yeah, I'm like, you know, in my mind, it's like, because I want my family back. Like, I don't want to lose them, you know. At the end of the day, you know, throughout this process, and what I'm saying here is that I've already known, this is information I've already known when it comes to faith, when it comes to belief, you know, belief in God, believe in Jesus, believe in the Bible, I believe in this recovery process, you know. And our program talks about, you know, job or no job, wife or no wife, family, no family, you know. Never let a person say they can't recover unless they have these things back, you know. Just, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, I'm not, you know, but and they say, and that's false, you know. We recover no matter what, you know what I'm saying? So long as we're doing the work, obviously, you know. And that's just what it be. So anytime we're making a change, one of the main reasons is, you know, hey, if you're doing it for your family, that's honorable, you know. My hat's off to you. You know, because I've never thought like that before. I was always like, man, that shit don't work, you know. I'm doing this for me. And yeah, I did that for me. Excuse me. And this time, I was like, man, I'm doing this for my family. I gotta do this for my family, you know. And whether they came back or not, at the end of the day, it's still me, and I'm still doing this for myself. At the end of the day, you know, you grow into that. You kind of understand that somewhere down the path, you're like, man, this is for me. I'm doing it for them, but obviously I need to do this for me. So whatever your motive is, whether to get your kids back, to get your relationship back, your family back, or, you know, to get out of trouble in the courts or the law, the system, you know what I'm saying, to get off, you know, parole, probation, whatever it be, man, whatever it be your motivation to do this, at the end of the day, you know, when you look in that mirror and you say, hey, man, this is for me, no matter what, then, you know, it's all to the good, you know. It's just sometimes, you know, we do try making these changes for certain people or certain circumstances or outcomes that we want. And a lot of times we learn and we're taught that, hey, we do this just for ourselves, no matter what. Everything else will work itself out. And that's true. So I see some truth in both, you know. And that's what drove me back this time. Like I said, that fear of I'm gonna lose my family for good, and I don't want to. And I can tell you right here, we're still pushing along. My family wasn't repaired, it wasn't restored, and that's not to say that it won't. It's just what it is that, you know, God is you know, he's a God of restoration, man. Obviously, you know, his Bible and his word talks about, you know, he knows what we need. He knows the plans he has for us, right? In those scriptures and things like that. And relying on that is a whole lot better than worrying about this outcome. Because I've had the outcomes that I've wanted. Maybe I wasn't prepared for them. I've had that too. So at the end of the day, there's a point where you have to get to a point where you have to just be like, all right, you let it do what it do. Let nature do what it does. You know what I mean? And just making sure you're sowing good seeds, so that way in that time of harvest, you're gonna reap a good one, man. You know what I mean? Anyways, we're just 30 days short of a year, and I'm gonna check back in with you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Losing my voice, man. Get some water. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Let's go.